Well, hell. Seems it's Christmas time down south. Way down south. Hello, hello, hello. Hope y'all are having a good evening. And welcome once again to Hotel Calaveras. And does it feel like my lid's a bit bigger than... I'm not gonna fix it. Welcome on in, Dahlia, and whoever else may be popping in for the first time and lurking about. Welcome on in, welcome on in. I am Ricky T. Bones, and this isn't our first rodeo with this game, actually. But before we get into that, how you doing? How you doing, bud? You having a good Sunday night? I know I am, or I'm about to. If my microphone would just start cooperating with me. Vibing? Good enough for me. I try to... Looks right at my alley. I don't know if it's watching in case I want to play myself. Senegal! Welcome on in, buddy. Okay. I did play the demo. I kind of got hooked. I kind of got sold within an hour and a half. But at the same time, do you really want to read throughout the entire stream, buddy? I am A-okay if you need to check out of this one just because you want to play it yourself. It is a good game, though. It is a good game. So far, what little I have played. I don't want to go to work tomorrow, though. I understand. I like reading. Okay, okay. Sometimes. Alright. Whatever floats your boat, monkey. If you want to save the rest for yourself after this stream, that is A-okay by me. Man, that reminds me. I still owe Dahlia a playthrough of Phoenix Wright. Oh boy. I owe Dahlia too much. But that's neither here nor there. We are here for a good time, and we are here to read, and we are here to have fun riding trains. Yeah, I know. My voice is hopefully up for it. Hello, B! Yes! Yes, the game finally came out, B! Oh, it's finally here, performing for you, and it's all mine at a discounted price because it just released. It just released this past week. Oh, I've been waiting for this game to come out for so long, and I'm glad I had the money to spend on it the second it came out the door. Right now, folks, if you would like to partake in this and skip ahead... Yes, it's the kid that called us out! For being overworked and underslept. Yes, this is the game that called us out. It's that same game. Oh, baby. I am so looking forward to revisiting that pain. But yeah, how you doing, B? How you doing? You have a good Thanksgiving? Oh yeah, I should ask everybody, how was your Thanksgiving? Because that was this past week. Our 2 a.m. bedtime and 8 a.m. classes, that's the one. That's the one. My Thanksgiving was excellent. So many leftovers. Hey, at least you don't have to pay for meals for the next, like, 3 days, right? Maybe a week, depending on how many leftovers we're talking. We've certainly got our share of leftovers, for certain. There was an entire tray of, like, these cherry crumpets that Cake loves to snack on from somebody on my half-brother's side. And aside from that, none of the turkey made it home with us. We went to go eat with out with a big family gathering outside of the house, as always. We do that every year, and it's always a vibe. Although there were a couple family members missing due to circumstances. It's good. My pies came out pretty good, I think. Excellent. They looked good. They looked good, B. Oh my goodness. If I could have them, I would ask for a slice. I've basically been making loaded mac and cheese with stuffing mixed along with some turkey, ham, and mixed as shredding. Man, I wish I could eat all that. Damn it, that's living the good life. I don't care if you're gonna call that a girl failure or boy failure dinner, that sounds delicious to me. That sounds like a 4-course meal to me. Good golly. Okay, I must fully admit, I don't want to chit-chat too long because I really want to get into this game. And the more I say, the less my voice is going to be into this. So, pumpkin cheesecake pie, fancy. I need to learn how to bake for myself. Obviously, I can't bake much. That's going to be okay with the stomach, but one of these days I will be a master chef. I will have counter space to actually make stuff. Hell yeah, it is. Pumpkin cheesecake. I don't think, you know what, now that you mention it, I don't think I've ever... I could be mistaken. I don't really know what comes to mind when I say pumpkin cheesecake. But... Anna! Hello everybody! We just started. So you're just in time if you enjoy train-based mysteries and pixel art. Well, come on in, everybody. I hope you all had a lovely time. Let's see. I believe... Applaud to you too, Anna. How you doing, Dampier? Let's see. What was tonight's... What was on tonight's menu? I forgot. I think I don't remember if it was... ZA? What were you doing? What were you doing? How'd you spend your evening, Anna? And how you doing? Vibing. Neck hurts a bit, but that's alright. That's the grind set for you, huh? Playing Legends ZA. Okay. Getting ready for collab in a bit. Oh yeah, For the King, your potential finale. I wish you luck. And I hope you and your collab partners have a good time. Hope you caught lots of good mons. But, for anybody just joining, hello. I am Ricky T. Bones. I'm a skeleton who makes music, plays games, and tonight's flavor of the month is Detective Instinct Farewell My Beloved. It is a text-based, sort of like Phoenix Wright game, more so in the line of Famicom Detective, but essentially we will be exploring a world using text-based prompts and investigations of many kinds. So, kind of Touch Detective, kind of Phoenix Wright, all kinds of fun, and I'm going to be voice acting every single character, so pray for my throat. Even though you can't see it, it's going to be under a lot of strain. So, if you do need to raid and run, folks, I do understand. Appreciate you checking me out along with Anna, and again, thank you, Anna Delna, for the raid. If you don't know Anna, Anna's a frequent raider of ours, and a cozy any kind of game goes sorta individual, and an excellent Dampier. I hope you enjoy your lurk while you work towards your collab later this evening. Thanks for stopping by, Anna. Alright, I am getting too giddy to be considered not childish, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the game. Alright. So I do have a bit of a funky setup. My audio monitors actually broke before this stream. So I am working off of OBS's audio monitors, which might be delayed as hell going into this. So I'm going to be double checking as best I can. If I don't feel like I can work with this setup, I'll just swap cables. It's fine. It's nothing to worry about on your end. Alright. It's available in English and Japanese, so for those who want to learn, this might be a good opportunity. Listen to that chill music. So we played this, I want to say months ago. Had to have been several months ago because I barely remember a thing about this game. I think it was back in August. Yeah, that's right. I just remembered it was back in August. It was back in August when we were doing our month of mystery, and I decided to check around for a lot of detective-based demos, and this was one that really stood out to me because it's got a reminiscent art style of like DS games where it was a mixture of media. You got like stills of 3D images that were pixelized or pre-rendered art that was then pixelized, like the Phoenix Wright games or the TMNT Tournament Fighters. It's got a very strong art style, and it's very reminiscent of old, like, City Hunter anime aesthetic. So, y'all are in for a visual treat, that is for certain. I did double-check the audio before, and I do want to apologize in advance before we begin this week, because I didn't notice that there was a massive delay when I played my PS1 games, and I figured out the reason why. Just to touch on that real quick. My capture card was overheating. My capture cable, I should say, was overheating because I had left it on for several days. So I fixed that issue. Next time we play Driver and next time we play Digimon, all the sound should be nice and synced up. Hopefully. Hopefully, if something doesn't manage to break in between then and now. But for now, let's just enjoy this game for what it is. Cool. Start the game. Start the game. Such elegance. Look at that. Now, we've played this opening section during the demo before, so this won't be anything new to me. Not even that. So long, friend. I have no idea who you are, but I'll see you in hell. Or sucker. Chapter 1. Of how many? I don't know, and I don't care. I am all for this. Who is it? Oh, what is that knocking? Is somebody at my door?
Open up! This is the police!
The police?
You have 5 seconds until we bust this door down. 5, 4...
Okay. Oh, right, hold on. I'm getting up. Sheesh, room service is real pushy these days. Oi!
Put your hands where I can see them. You're under arrest.
Under arrest? What for?
You know what you did, you heartless monster. A murder has taken place in this very room, and you're the culprit.
What? Save. What, murder? Me? I'm already dead, friend. The murder happened a long time ago. You must be thinking of somebody else.
That's right, buddy. A murder took place in this very room only a short time ago. But that's
impossible. I've been in here all night.
You really aren't helping your case, pal.
Okay. I guess the room, because that's a nice gold font. Officer, are you sure you have the right room?
Shut it! I don't want to hear another word out of you.
Of all the times my microphone decides to drift downward. How can I get him to listen to me? Okay.
Still playing dumb, huh? Criminals like you make me sick. To think you could throw a man out of a window 5 stories to his death and then lie about it. It's simply nauseating.
This is my hotel room. Room 105. On the first floor. Yeah, about that, boss. Let's talk about this here room real quick. Officer, you said a man was thrown out of the window of this room and fell 5 stories to his death?
That's right.
But that doesn't make any sense at all.
Oh yeah? And why not, wise guy?
Because we're on the 1st floor.
Huh.
God, it's that pivotal moment in every Phoenix Wright game that I'm reminded of.
But I was told room 105. Or was it 501?
501, Officer Loader. And the brains of the operation steps into the room. Cue dramatic intro.
Boss!
You were taking so long to join us at the scene, I was beginning to wonder if you got lost. But I see now you were just harassing this young man.
That's right, sir. My mistake, sir.
The rest of the team is waiting for you upstairs. I'll join you in a minute.
Hey, sir, yes, sir.
Let's... Apologies for Officer Loader. He can sometimes get a little carried away, you know? I am not pleased that my beauty sleep was interrupted. Hey, are you alright? You know, you're not actually under arrest. Deep breaths, in and out, like you're still alive. Yeah, I'm alright. Just, what exactly is going on here? A perfectly reasonable question. I guess I could let you in on the situation. It's the least I could do after my officer disturbed your sleep so rudely. Hey, what's your name? My name? You can read it down there in the lovely font. R-I-C-K-Y. Spells Ricky. Ricky? Did I hear that right? Yep, that's me. Nice to meet you, Ricky. I'm Detective Daltrey. What would you like to know? Oh god, there's so many questions, like where did you get that suit, where did you get that shirt, and how much did you pay for it because it wasn't enough? Alright. There's a murder in the building I'm staying at? I'd like to know so I can file a complaint. Was somebody really murdered here? Earlier tonight, a man fell to his death from a room on the 5th floor of this hotel, through a shattered window. It's a bit of an odd situation, but despite Officer Loader's enthusiasm, it's too early to say if foul play was involved. Anyway, I'm shocked you slept through all the commotion. Didn't you hear the sirens? I don't think so. Heavy sleeper, huh? I could tell you just a little bit more if you like. Alright. Who died? We haven't ID'd him yet, but he's a man in his mid-30s or so. See ya, Anna. Have a good collab. Mid-30s. Unfortunate timing for you. What about the crime scene? Like I said, the victim fell from a room on the 5th floor. Curiously, though, the room he fell from was unoccupied. Technically, nobody should have been there in there at all. Strange, right? It's fishy. Fishier than a can of tuna left out for a week. What about all this commotion? The victim hit the ground pretty close to the hotel's entrance, so it caused quite a scene. A lot of the guests here are still roaming around downstairs, trying to figure out what's going on. I wonder if that includes Emma and Professor Martin. Let's have a look at him. A police detective. Thank God he showed up when he did. I might be in handcuffs right now. Terrifying. Okay. Save. Well, I think I've said enough. I better get back to the crime scene. You alright now? Yeah, I'm all good. Thanks. Fantastic. Now, if you just put on these handcuffs. I'm kidding! Oh man, you Americans really have no sense of humor, huh? I forgot to give him a foreign accent. What game is this? Hello, Aiden Tucker. This is Detective Instinct. Farewell, my beloved. It's a brand new detective game based on DS that is very inspired by DS titles like Phoenix Wright, Touch Detective, and all that good stuff. What kind of accent do I give him? If I recall correctly, it's sort of some kind of Italian villa, but then I gotta give... I'll give him a smooth guy accent. I'm kidding, I'm kidding! Man, you Americans really have no sense of humor, huh? Ha! Yes, very funny. Is it really that obvious I'm American? Anyway, don't stay up too late, kid. Get some sleep. Sweet dreams. I don't remember if this is set in Europe or in, like, a Spanish kind of place. Get some sleep? After all that? Impossible. British Brooklyn combo? I have no idea where it is. Yeah, I have no idea where this is. If I get a better idea, then I'll swap accents. Well, as long as I'm awake, guess I might as well check out all the commotion downstairs. I wonder if Emma and Professor Martin are awake. Go to the hotel entrance, if you don't mind. Yeah, I have no idea where the heck we are. So it's true, huh? England? Alright, England. I guess England we'll stick with. Hey, is that... Hey, Emma! The title girl herself. Oh, Ricky, where have you been? Don't tell me you slept through all of this. Kind of a funny story about that, actually. Oh yeah? You did, didn't you? That's just like you. Yeah, I'll tell you later. So, I guess someone really did die here. Yeah, just back there is where it all happened, I think. You can see the broken window if you look up at the 5th floor. It's hard to tell from here, but it looks like the way they drew an outline on the street in this... I need to read. It's hard to tell from here, but it looks like they drew an outline on the street in the spot where they first found the body. Wow. I can't believe it. Pretty scary, right? I sort of wanted to get a closer look at the investigation, but the police are keeping people away from the scene. No, not New York, because, like, if he recognizes us as Americans, then we're foreigners in this country. So it's either gotta be England, or it's gotta be, like, a European country. Because this structure seems more like it. Like, not much I would see in England, maybe. We can try. We can try English for now. Closer look. Are you serious? I know, it's morbid. But I can't help just be a little curious. Aren't you? A little. Have you seen Professor Martin around? Oh, yes! He was just here a second ago. I think he went to get some more information from one of the police officers. I'm sure he just wants to make sure everyone is safe. Everything is safe. Oh, there he is over there! Yeah, those uniforms, that just kind of reminds me of, like... That's definitely not a Bobby, for sure. Maybe Europe, maybe a Spanish country. Hell, maybe even France for all I know. But I think it was... I don't remember where this is supposed to be taking place. It's a fictional country for sure, but I don't know what it's based off of. Wonder what they're talking about. Oh, they're looking this way. I think he saw us. Hello, Ricky. I see you finally woken up. Yeah. So, what's the situation here? Well, they didn't tell me much. They're saying there's no danger, but that we should be cautious. I think they're just as confused as the rest of us, frankly. This is some ghastly business regardless. I must apologize that our trip would end in this way. Oh, it's fine, Professor. It's not your fault. Besides, it'll be an interesting story to tell everyone back home. She's really enjoying this, isn't she? Yes, well, I agree with the police that the safest place for us to be right now would be behind the locked doors of our rooms. I would suggest the two of you head back inside as soon as possible. We will, Professor. Yeah, our rooms are real safe. At least until the cops come knocking. We have an early day tomorrow. Remember that our train departs at 7:10 a.m. I know it will be hard to sleep after all of this commotion, but please try your best. I'll meet you both in the lobby at 6:30, okay? Sleep well now. Good night. Good night, Professor. I guess it is getting late. Maybe we should go back inside. Aha! If it isn't our prime suspect. Okay, I have to make a call here. If it isn't our prime suspect, returning to the scene of the crime. Oh, hello, Detective. Prime suspect? Detective? Excuse me? It's a long story. You just couldn't resist coming down here, could you? You know, that kind of curiosity might get you in trouble someday. Detective, what's going on here? Is Ricky in trouble? Oh, no. We're just having a laugh, right, buddy? So funny. Ooh, too funny. Well, I just came back to check up on the status of the investigation down here, so... Oh, have you discovered anything new, Detective? Who's asking? Oh, my name's Emma. Ricky and I are both college students from America. I was just... curious. Yes, just curious. College students, huh? What are you studying? Oh, English literature. Really? Huh. Your friend here doesn't strike me as the type. Don't judge a book by its cover, Detective. I happen to have aced my English exam when it came to GED, and I've stated that before, and I'll keep stating it because it's the only thing I'm good for. Well, let's see. If you study literature, you must be pretty inquisitive. Interested in human behavior. Curious. Resourceful, perhaps. I probably shouldn't, but to be honest, we're about to wrap things up. We're pretty certain we found just about everything there is to find here, and yet... maybe it couldn't hurt if we took one last look around, with some fresh eyes on the scene. So I'll tell you what, just over there is where the body was found. Don't worry, it isn't there anymore. Why don't you two take a quick look? I'll give you a few minutes, and you let me know if you've spotted anything interesting. Deal? You going to let us investigate the crime scene? Sure, why not? What's the worst that could happen? Who knows, maybe you'll see something we overlooked. Plus, let's just say I owe your friend a favor. What do you think, Ricky? Seems like a rare opportunity. I think we should take it. How is this acceptable police procedure? My thoughts exactly, but you know what? Everybody likes to play to the tourists. Are you sure this is okay? Wait, Emma! Looks like she's getting a head start. Come on, don't be so uptight. It's fine. Trust me. You'll have fun. This guy's idea of fun is a little suspect, but I can't deny I'm curious. You know what? Sure, why not? That's the spirit. I'll be right over here if you find anything or have any questions. Good luck. Yeah. This is the spot. Let's see if we can find anything. Alright. Don't need to talk to Daltrey just yet. Let's have a quick look. The body first. So, this is where the body landed, huh? Yeah, right in between that lamppost and the bush. Should we take a closer look? Yeah, sure. Let's just try to stay out of the way. Ugh, the red stuff's still there. Out of curiosity, have you tried or looked at Borderlands 4 yet? I've heard about Borderlands 4. I think I've seen gameplay of it, but it's not in my interests nor in my bank account's range. But it is, I have played a bunch of Borderlands in the past. They are good, they are decent games. I heard 3 was not as great, I heard 4 is good. But I haven't been interested, I haven't tried to stream it recently. There are some people who wanted to stream it with me. Maybe one day we'll get around to it. Alright, let's see what we can find. Oh man, do you see this, Emma? It must be a bloodstain. Yeah, how awful. Looks like most of it is centered around his lower torso. Man, I'm gonna be sick. His lower torso? That's interesting. How so? Well, he died from a fall, right? Why would he be bleeding from his stomach? That's a really good point, actually. We should ask the detective about that. Alright, so we do. How's the search going? Okay, let's get some information first and then tell him about the blood. What can you tell us about the crime scene, detective? The body was found right where that chalk outline is. Take a quick look around and let me know if you see anything odd. The victim? We still don't know too much about him. Just that he's a man in his mid-30s or so. The killer? Unfortunately, we don't have any evidence or witnesses pointing to a culprit. Assuming there is one, of course. And about yourself, Daltrey. You want to know about me? Well, sure, let's see. I'm 36, single, have been married once. Finished 4th in my class at Galloway University with a major in criminal justice and a minor in theater performance. And, uh-oh, I didn't expect his life story. You seem disinterested. Too much information? If you're wondering why I'm letting you investigate, well, let's just say I like to rely on my instincts over procedure. Galloway University. Are we in England? I have no idea anymore. I have no idea anymore. I have no idea anymore. I am going to have to get more information soon. My bosses don't like it, but they can't argue when I get results. And I have a good feeling you two will find something. Alright, Daltrey, we found something. Ah, you noticed that too. The body has had a number of cuts, some of them pretty deep. We found blood on pieces of the broken window in the hotel room, so... Oh, the glass. That's right. Still, that's a good catch. I didn't mention the cuts before, so I can tell you're really thinking things through. Keep it up. Thank you, sir. We will. Alright. This is where the body was found, right outside the hotel lobby. I've seen so many crime scenes on TV and in movies and stuff, but to be investigating one in real life is surreal. The detective probably shouldn't be letting us do this, so let's make the most of this opportunity while we still can. Check where, and I believe... Oh, sorry, am I in your way? Excuse me. Yeah, thank you. It's a shame he just missed this bush. I wonder if it could have broken his fall. From that high up? I don't think so, Ricky. This isn't a movie. There goes my hero. Watch him as he goes. I don't know, that bush looks pretty thick to me. Hold on. I think I see something in the bush. Ricky, let's look a little closer. Oh, a wallet. Hopefully made of genuine leather. Yeah, I think she's right. Let's take a look. Is that a wallet? That's what it looks like. Quick, let's tell the detective, Ricky. Okay, let's talk to Daltrey. As you wish. How's the search going? Well, actually we found something. A wallet in the bush? Hold on a second. Well, would you look at that? Good eyes, you two. This could very well be a huge piece of evidence. Do I switch to British right now? Galloway? I'm gonna switch to British, just for the sake of it. Or an American's idea of British. I know several British people, and it's probably not how they sound. You think it belonged to the victim? Or maybe the killer? Well, there is an idea in it, but I'm afraid I can't tell you who it belongs to. That would be against protocol. Oh, so now he cares about protocol. Oh, well, alright. I understand, Detective. Man, now I just feel like a jerk. Alright, how about this? I may not be able to tell you directly who this wallet belongs to, but if you just happen to guess the identity of its owner, maybe I could tell you if you're on the right track. This is gonna annoy me all night. But Detective, how could we possibly guess that correctly? It could be anybody. Listen, being a detective is much more than merely collecting evidence. Sometimes you need to take that evidence and make a deduction. Look around the scene, talk to some of the other officers, see if you can narrow down a list of suspects. Then tell me what you think. But be warned, I won't be going easy on you. If you guess incorrectly, it's game over. Game over? What does that mean? Okay, you ready? Have fun! When you think you know who the wallet belongs to, just talk with me about them. In the same way you talk about me, you talk to me about anything. I remember the solution to this, but we will go through the rigmarole for the sake of the folks at home. He's testing us, Ricky. Come on, let's see if we can figure this out. Okay. Speak to... Check. This officer is using a walkie-talkie. Yeah, and on top of that, get this. It happened again. Yeah, I know. It's the second time these months he's lost it at a crime scene. He's such a mess. That's more Australian, I think. I wonder what he's talking about. Looks like he's investigating the spot where they found the body. It's a police officer. He doesn't seem to be doing much of anything.
Hey, you! What are you two doing here? This area is off limits. Leave now, or else I'm bringing you downtown.
Oh god, he got British. I should bail on that one. I'm just gonna be generalized. You again! Calm down! Your boss said we could help investigate.
You expect me to believe Detective Daltrey would allow civilians into an active crime scene? Well, I do believe it, and that sure sounds like something he'd do. My apologies.
I thought you were supposed to be helping the investigate the hotel room. Why are you back down here?
Oh, they told me they didn't need me, so they sent me back down. But it's okay. I'm ready to help, no matter where I'm told to be.
I'm getting the sense that this guy's presence isn't wanted in either location.
Can I help you with anything, or...
Yeah. Let's talk about the crime scene here real quick.
From what I was told, the crime was reported very shortly after it happened. Somebody in the hotel heard the glass shatter and called us right away, after they looked out the window and saw a body. The station's right down the street, so we got here pretty quick. Nobody's been on the scene but us.
Alright. You don't know much about the victim, right?
We don't know anything about the victim yet. He wasn't carrying any form of ID. No wallet or anything. Pretty strange.
Enjoy your lurking. Enjoy your lurking, Dahlia. Alright, what you know about the good detective over there?
Detective Daltrey is my hero. I don't care what the other officers say. They got him all wrong. So what if he doesn't always do things by the book? He's always looking out for people. There's nobody on Earth with a bigger heart. Someday, I hope to work my way up to detective so I can solve crimes and help people just like him. What do you think, huh? You think I have what it takes to be a detective?
Yeah, sure, man.
Thank you, sir. I will do my best.
I'm not gonna break it to him. I'm not gonna break it to the poor guy. I'm surprised you can do that and deal with the cold at the same time. But then again, you're made of sterner stuff than I. Uh, 10-4, Dahlia. Hope the rest of your night goes okay.
What's this about a wallet in the bush? Huh, that's weird.
Why is that weird?
Oh, well, I was going to check the bush before, but I was told it was already checked and that nothing was found. I have a hard time believing Detective Daltrey would miss something like that. He's very observant, you know.
So they checked the bush earlier but didn't find the wallet. Does this mean it wound up in there after the investigation already started? That seems about right. Alright. Process of elimination. It's not... This evidence we found is not part of the investigation because the bush was already checked. By whom? By a snooping detective. So... It's only one person's wallet it could be. How's the search going? Alright, we know who the wallet belongs to. Talk to me about whoever it is. Okay. Don't think too rigidly. When you think you know the wallet's owner, just bring them up. Bring them up to me the same way you talk to me about anything. So it is yours. Wait. Are you saying you think this is my wallet? Yes, it does. I'm afraid that answer is correct! Wow, I can't believe you figured it out. You see, I always keep my wallet in the left pocket of my jacket. But a few weeks ago, I tore a hole in it. Sometimes, when I'm in the middle of an investigation, muscle memory takes over and I forget about the hole, so... I guess it fell out while I was checking the bush earlier. Huh! Nice job, detective. You tainted a crime scene. Oh, don't give me that look. Haven't you ever dropped something by accident? Now I'm investigating a crime scene? Alright, I recognize this seems pretty unprofessional, but I assure you I am very, very good at my job. I'm just a bit clumsy, is all. Ha! Well, detective, I'm glad we helped you find your wallet. Yes, thank you both very much. I'd give you a tip for this, but sadly I'm not carrying any cash. How convenient. Alright. Well. A detective! Detective! I think we just found something really important! Oh, is that right? Excuse me a minute. I wonder what that was all about. Oh! As much as I appreciate your help, I think you two had better go back to your rooms now. Did you find something important, detective? Oh, nothing much. I just think you guys should go before it gets back to my boss that I let tourists investigate a crime scene! Ha! Oh, shoot. Just when we were starting to find some things. Huh. He didn't seem to care too much about that before. I wonder what changed his mind. That's alright, detective. Thanks for letting us take a look around. Anytime. Well, Probably not anytime. In fact, more likely never again. You two are naturals, I can tell. Just remember, as fun as investigating can be, this line of work is serious business. And when you're looking for the truth, well, you may not always like what you find. Is he trying to give us profound advice, or is he just making excuses about the wallet? But don't let that stop you. A true investigator will stop at nothing until the truth is revealed, no matter what. Understood? Understood, Detective. Have a good night, you two, and I hope you enjoy your time in Vendreka. Ah, nuts! Supposed to be European, I knew it. Vendreka. Including this whole mess, of course. Yeah, let's just say he studied in Oxford. That was fun, wasn't it? Yeah, at least about as fun as investigating someone's death can be. Yeah, I know. I shouldn't be so nonchalant. It's pretty scary and sad. We should go back inside. It's almost midnight. Yeah, we should. I'll see you tomorrow, Ricky. Good night. Night, Emma. Well, I've had enough of playing detective for one night. Time for bed. Still not very tired, though. What are you kidding me? I play detective every day. Alright, time to turn in. Just fixing some stuff, sorry. Over here, the rumble. Man. Oh, should I have? Is this too much reverb? Yeah, it's too much reverb. Man, I'm never gonna get to sleep. A knock? Oh no, not again. Ricky? Ricky, are you awake? Emma? Yeah, hang on, 1 second. Alright, check the door already. Hello, Emma. Hi, Ricky. I'm sorry to bother you so late. It's just, I can't sleep. I keep thinking about what happened. Yeah, me too. I need to take my mind off of it somehow. Well, how about we talk about something else for a bit then? Sure. Well, have you thought about what you're going to write your term paper about yet? Oh, yeah, term paper. Gotta think of something good. Last time we talked the Vendreken's revolution's effect on contemporary Vendreken culture. Okay, so we're in some kind of Russian, or actually it could be a number of things. We're here. There's a number of places that have had revolutions. It could be Mexican, it could be European, it could be Siberian, Slavic. I'm gonna go with Slavic. And last time we said the Vendreken Revolution's effect on contemporary Vendreken literature. It's a brainy answer, but I don't think we know anything. The hot dog stand outside the hotel. This is the dumbest answer, and you know what? I'm willing to bank on it. I'm going to write a piece about the hot dog stand outside the hotel and the struggles of the hot dog man's every day, struggling to bring food back to his family and getting that one glizzy right and getting that one customer who tips him $100 and he saves his business, moves out of his shoebox of a home. None of this is being written, by the way, if you're listening only. I'm just making up hyperbole by myself. The hot dog stand outside the hotel. She is not pleased. Well, I certainly can't endorse that topic. But those hot dogs were really good. Listen, Ricky, as your tutor, I have a responsibility to ensure you take this assignment seriously. Not to mention, I vouched for you when Martin was on the fence about letting you come on this trip. He usually only accepts seniors for directed study, remember? Yeah, I know. I wish she'd stop calling herself my tutor. It's so embarrassing. So please, think about it. I can help you with it too if you like. No, it's fine. Trust me. I plan on gathering my thoughts once we get on the train tomorrow. Great! I believe in you. Alright. Let's talk about the term paper. If you need any advice, just ask. I'm always happy to help. The train. What you know about it? Oh, I'm so looking forward to this. I never imagined I'd get to travel on a luxury train. We'll be riding for 3 whole days. It feels so romantic, doesn't it? Yeah, I guess so. It would have been a lot faster to just fly out of Vendreka back to London, but... Okay, yeah, so Vendreka has gotta be somewhere Slavic, maybe. Oh, but trains... Yep, European countryside. I'm a fool. Baka mitai. No, that's Japan. I should have given him some kind of European accent like the... What is it? The Foreigner's Star or something... Something... French? European... Vendreka feels like a synonym for Russia. Oh, but trains are much more charming. We'll get to travel straight through the European countryside. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, Ricky. We're so lucky Martin has connections. You sound so excited. I am! Aren't you? Come on, even just a little? Sure. I don't really like flying anyway. One flight from London back to New York is fine with me. Oh, so we're from New York, huh? I'm not gonna change my accent. I've got a voice as protagonist as me. I'm just sad that the trip's already over, you know? Vendreka is so beautiful. Martin's lucky he got to grow up here. So Martin's from here. Oh no! I'm gonna have to put a little European twist on it on top of his old man voice. We're gonna have to talk about this again eventually. No, not too far off. I don't really want to talk about the murder, but it's still bugging me. I was hoping we could talk about something else, you know? It isn't that I'm not still curious about the case. I'll just never get to sleep if I keep thinking about it. Yeah, sorry about that. What can you tell me about our dear professor? You think Martin already went back to sleep? Oh, definitely. He doesn't like to stay up late. I shouldn't tell you this, but... One semester, the school rescheduled his film class to Wednesday night. It was a 3-hour class, so it didn't end until 10. Here's the call-out. After a screening of some really long war movie from the 30s, we all sat there waiting for him to turn on the lights, but... he was asleep! Oh no. Was the movie that boring? Oh no, the movie was fascinating. But when it's past your bedtime and you've seen it 100 times, well... That's so funny. I can't even imagine it. He's usually so intimidating in class. You think so? I don't know. He's not so bad when you get to know him. Alright. Save. And sleep. I'm feeling pretty sleepy now. Bedtime! Well, anyway, I think I'm gonna try and get some sleep again. Thanks for talking with me, Ricky. I think I feel better now. Yeah, me too. Good night, Emma. See you tomorrow. Night, Ricky! And this is where the demo stopped.
I'm sorry this happened, but we must go through with the plan.
Yeah. Some people are in the adjacent room. Very loud. Okay. Think they walked away enough? I don't know if I can.
I'm afraid that you don't have a choice. You must be on the train tomorrow. If you aren't, I don't want you to die, too. Please.
Who and who are talking right now? That's chapter 1. Death at the hotel, the achievement says. Ooh, Nelly, it begins. This is where we got stopped last time, and the train keeps rolling this time. Oh, that's a gun. I have a feeling more people are going to die the longer we stay in this. The longer we play this game. Oh dear. Hopefully we're not one of them. Again. What a thrill. Chapter 2, finally! There's the train! So quiet. And there's us. Damn, we need a wardrobe. You know, Emma's right. This is kind of nice. Very cozy. I vote Emma dies around second to last. Wow. Oh, he's not wrong there. We don't have anything like this in America. And if we did, I'm sure I couldn't afford it. What a shame. Fun fact, I've actually been on an Amtrak before. I've never been to the luxury car, but riding in coach was still quite the experience. Well, I'm just gonna kick back these next few days, enjoy the ride, and think about that term paper. What should I even write about? I wonder if Emma's thinking the same thing. No. Knowing her, she probably already has the whole essay outlined. I'm gonna need to catch up. Okay, you know what? I'll make an executive decision. Anytime we're speaking internally, the last one being the killer. You know what? Actually, that's not a bad idea. That's kind of like telling a genie I wish for more wishes. I don't like the fact that we have to sacrifice Emma for it, but I understand it. Maybe I should start brainstorming some ideas. Ricky? Can I come in? Yeah, sure. Oh, hey, Emma. Yeah, the door's open. What's up? There's been another murder. Don't actually tell me that, please. Hey, is everything alright? Ricky, something very strange is going on. I'm not quite sure how to explain it, but will you listen to me for a second? I need to make sure I'm not crazy. Okay, first off, you're not crazy. Second off, is the door locked? Because I'm not moving towards it. Nope. Totally not moving towards it. Of course, what's on your mind? Okay, let me just start at the beginning. After we departed, I decided to get up and take a look around. Eventually, I made my way to the observation car in the back of the train because I wanted to check out the outdoor platform. I stood outside for a bit to get some fresh air. I thought I was alone, but then I heard something. There was a woman behind me, sitting by herself in one of the seats. She looked like she had been crying. This is from the flashback. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see you. Oh goodness, what do I give her? No, that's... Alright. I'm sorry if I startled you. I know it was none of my business, but seeing her like that, I just wanted to help somehow. I asked her if she was okay, and we got to talking for a bit. It seemed to calm her down a little, so I offered to buy her a drink in the lounge car. She was really very nice, but she seemed troubled, like something was on her mind. She wouldn't be specific, and I wanted to respect her privacy, but she was so apologetic. There was one thing she said to me. You're a very nice girl, but I really don't deserve your kindness. It made me very sad for someone to feel that way. Give me a moment. All right. There we go again. We were probably in the lounge car for half an hour or so. Then I didn't sleep much last night, and I was starting to feel really tired, so I told her I was going to take a nap, but that we should meet up in the same spot for lunch later. She agreed, and I left. So, did you meet up for lunch? No, Ricky, that's the problem. I can't find her. What do you mean? I went back to the lounge car around noon. She wasn't there. I waited a few minutes, but this is the weird thing. I asked the bartender if he had seen her, and he said no. Soft-hearted Slavic assassin that broke. Maybe. Maybe. Don't take my accent as law, though. I don't know anything about this game. So she never came back? No, I mean, he said he never saw her at all. He told me that when I came up to the lounge car earlier, I was alone. That was a ghost. That was a ghost. I know these things. I'm a dead guy. That was a ghost. Sprinkle some incense on yourself. Bring a bottle of holy water. Do what you gotta do. But that was a ghost. What? I argued with him for a bit, but he was insistent. I said there must be some mistake, but... Okay. Well, was there anyone else who saw you with this woman? Ghost or paid off, yeah. Well, there were 3 other people in the lounge car while we were talking. An old man and 2 men wearing polos. Old man and 2 men wearing polos. Keep that in mind. They weren't there when I went back, but there's also that strange couple. Hello? When the 2 of us were going from the observation car to the lounge, we passed the cabin of a man and a woman. Read, you fool. When the 2 of us were going from the observation car to the lounge, we passed a cabin as a man and a woman were coming out. I swear they gave us the funniest look. I went back to their cabin and asked them if they'd seen her. The woman told me the same thing as the bartender. It's like she never existed at all. I don't mean to sound skeptical, but you're sure you met this woman? It wasn't just a vivid dream or something? Ricky, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to doubt you. It's just... this is all very strange. No, it's okay. I know it sounds crazy, but Ricky, I know that I met this woman. She's real. I don't know why everyone's claiming she isn't, but I'm really worried about her. She didn't just seem upset, she seemed frightened. I can't explain it. It was just a look she gave me. What if something happened to her? Okay, let's not panic here. I'm sure this is all just a misunderstanding. How about you and I look around a bit and see if we can find her? Could we? Oh, I'm so sorry to bother you with this. Not a problem. We should also look for those people you were with in the lounge car. Maybe we could talk to that couple again. Anyone else who might have seen you together. Don't worry, Emma. We'll get to the bottom of this. Thank you, Ricky. Alright, we have no time to lose. How about we start with the lounge car and see if any of those men came back? Sounds good to me. I'd like to have a word with that bartender, too. Oh, and this woman. Did you happen to get her name? What did she look like? Her name? Oh, shoot. Why can't I remember? Memory is fuzzy for some reason. I thought it began with an A, but she was tall, with dark hair. She was wearing a gray coat and dress. Maybe in her late 20s, early 30s. I'm sorry, that's all that comes to mind. Alright, that's a start. Let's see what we can find out. Okay. Check. My cabin. It's very cozy. Let's see what's around here. What's with this boombox? My cabin doesn't have anything like that in it. I don't know. Looks like we can play CDs and cassettes, or the radio. Please, for the love of God, microphone. Work with me here. Huh, neat! We should listen to something later. But let's figure out what happened to the woman I met first. The world passes by through the window. It looks really nice outside, doesn't it? Yeah, kind of a shame to be cooped up in a train, honestly. It'd be a great day to check out the outdoor platform in the observation car. We should go later if you have the time. Observation cars were actually really cool when I got to go. Emma seems really spooked. Just who exactly is this woman she met? I wonder what's really going on here. Okay, last... Oh wait, before we go, do you have your notepad? You should take it with you, just in case we learn anything important. Or if you get any ideas for your paper while we're out and about. Even now, she's still thinking about the term paper. Okay, I'll bring it. Aha! Thank you. Thank you, game. I was worried I was going to have to bring out my own. Vendreka. Oh, no! Where is this? Oh, God, I don't know Europe at all. A small English-speaking European country. Emma and I came to Vendreka as part of our directed study program under Professor Martin, focused on the 20th century Vendrekan literature. I don't know shit about Europe. I'm an American. Of course I don't know shit about Europe. But it looks like it's divided. Vendrekan Revolution. A period of Vendrekan history in which Vendrekan revolutionaries fought for independence against their occupying country. It ended about 40 years ago, but the effects of it are still deeply felt in the country. Yeah, this feels Slavic. 40 years ago, a revolution. From 2025, that's 80s. Yeah, that's not Soviet. I have no idea where this is. Just looking in on everybody. You're graduating senior, about a year older than me. Okay, good to know. My friend and the other student on Martin's directed study trip to Vendreka. She's near graduating senior, about 1 year older than me. I first met her my freshman year when my English professor encouraged me to go to the writing center for help on an essay I was working on. Emma was a student volunteer assigned to read my writing and offer feedback. I never considered myself a good writer, but she really believed in me. My grade improved dramatically after I started following her advice. It's probably not an exaggeration to say that it's because of her that I wound up majoring in English literature. Anyway, we've been friends ever since, but she still sort of acts like she's my teacher, which is irritating. The missing woman. A woman Emma says she met shortly after the train departed. Nobody has seen her since, and strangely, nobody seems to remember her being on the train except Emma. Emma described her as being in her late 20s or early 30s with dark hair, wearing a gray coat and dress. Emma doesn't remember her name, but she thinks it began with an A. Emma also said that the woman seemed uneasy and that she didn't deserve Emma's kindness. This, understandably, has Emma kind of freaked out. I wonder what's going on here. Okay, just gonna read this one. It's been interesting, unfortunate culture. Martin was invited back to his own country by an old friend, an Vendrekan senator named Gordon. It's East and West Germany divided. Okay, gosh darn it. I knew it. I should have looked at Daltrey's... I should have guessed based on Daltrey's physique that maybe it was a German kind of place. Vendreka is East and West Germany divided. Okay, yeah. So it's a ballpark estimate on the end of the Berlin Wall falling. Another indie game based on East and West Germany. Fun. Okay, Martin. Mine and Emma's professor. He's leading this directed study trip to Vendreka. Martin is originally from Vendreka, but moved out west following the Vendrekan Revolution about 40 years ago, eventually landing in America as an English literature professor. He has a reputation for being very strict and demanding. A lot of students take it as a personal challenge to try and impress him with their writing, but very few actually do. Emma's one of them, and I'm trying to be another. I haven't known him for very long, but Emma studied with him for a couple of years. She swears by him, and I get the sense that he really values her as a pupil. But me? Not so much. Okay. Let's see these witnesses. According to Emma, there were a number of people who should have witnessed the missing woman. First, there's the bartender in the lounge car who served the drinks to both Emma and the woman. He claims that Emma ordered drinks alone and that there was nobody else with her. Next, there was a couple that Emma and the woman ran into on their way to the lounge car that Emma says looked at them kind of funny. Emma spoke to them after realizing the woman was missing, and they, like the bartender, claimed there was no other woman. Finally, there are 3 other potential witnesses who Emma hasn't had a chance to talk to yet. 2 men wearing polos and an old man. Emma says they were in the lounge car at the same time as her and the woman, but she hasn't found them to ask about it yet. Vendreka being East and West Germany. That's what it looks like to me, too. But I'm gonna go with that assumption. I can either give him a European accent if we run into Daltrey again, or anybody else who's from Vendreka. For sure, Martin. I could give him at least a German accent, maybe. Okay. We don't need to recap any of this, I think. Let's just see. No, we've done all we can. Let's save and go to the lounge car. Speak of the devil and he shall appear. Look who's at the bar. Not a lot of people here, huh? Yeah, I don't recognize anyone. Let's ask around. Maybe somebody here knows something. I see one particular, but let's just have a look elsewhere. The furniture looks pretty comfy in here. I'm surprised there's so few people around. Wait a second. Is that... the man of 1,000 accents, yours truly? Well, this isn't my favorite murder suspect. Fancy meeting you here. Detective Daltrey, what are you doing here? Hey, now, that's no way to greet an old friend, is it? And how are you doing, young lady? Oh, I'm okay. But, Detective, what are you doing here? As usual, nobody's happy to see me. But that's okay. No hard feelings. Let's just say I boarded this train on a hunch. I'm still investigating the case from last night, you know. We came into some new evidence and... It pointed you to this train? Wait, don't tell me! Is the killer on board? Whoa, easy now. I'm not saying that. Granted, I'm not saying that, but... no, that's not specifically why I'm here. We have reason to believe that there's a connection between this train and the case. So rather than let opportunity pass me by, here I am! Hey, Ricky, you don't think the woman I met has something to do with Daltrey's case, do you? Huh. I don't know. Can't hurt to ask him about it, though. Alright. Hey, Detective, what else have you learned about the case? I really can't tell you much. Things have gotten a bit complicated. So, I guess I could at least talk about the things we've announced publicly. Well, alright. I'll at least tell you this. We ID'd the victim overnight. Turns out he was a Ganbrickian immigrant named Otto Keller. As far as we can tell, he was nobody special. Just one of thousands of immigrants hiding among the population. Just one of thousands of immigrants among the population. No criminal record. Nothing suspicious. A Ganbrickian immigrant named Otto Keller, huh? Take that note down. About the case. The victim was a Ganbrickian killer named Otto Keller. I wasn't going to tell you this about the crime scene, but I feel like I owe you an explanation for why I kicked you off the scene last night. Right before I asked you to leave, we found something on the street that changed the tone of our investigation significantly. A small bullet. A bullet? Does that mean? Mm-hmm. And upon closer examination of the window fragments, we determined a gunshot is what likely shattered the glass. No gun was found at the scene, so there must have been someone else in that hotel room last night. It's hard to say for sure what happens in there. All we know is that the victim, Otto, didn't make it out alive, and somebody else got away. This is getting interesting. So, Otto Keller was an immigrant from Ganbrika? That's right! You know about Ganbrika, don't you? Of course we do. It's an important part of where we were studying. Vendreka and Ganbrika used to be one country, which for decades was under military occupation. At the end of the Vendrekan Revolution, the country was split between the East and the West. Yep, it's East and West Germany. I think the Czech Republic was also split, wasn't it? I don't remember. The west side gained its independence as Vendreka, and the east side remains under occupation as Ganbrika to this day. Wow, you really know your stuff. Okay, let's talk about this here train. Why is it interesting? I can't be too specific, but let's just say we have one reason to believe Otto Keller was connected to this train, and I'm here to find out why. Do you know anything about a missing woman, detective? I don't think I've seen any women fitting that description. Why do you ask? Oh, it's a long story. I just haven't been able to find her since this morning, and nobody I've asked seems to remember seeing her. A missing woman, you say? Huh, that's peculiar. Well, I'll keep an eye out for her. I plan on speaking to just about everyone on the train, so I'm sure I'll see her eventually. Man, a couple of dead bodies, a missing woman. What's going on these days? Yeah, man, it's not... Wait, what did you just say? Yeah, a couple? A couple? A couple of dead bodies? Wait, huh? It's Detective Daltrey. Can't say I ever expected to see him again. Is it just me, or did he just say a couple of dead bodies? Do you think he misspoke? I don't know, but now I'm really curious as to what's going on with the case. Hang on. Detective, what did you mean by a couple of dead bodies? Huh? What? Did I say that? Yes, Detective, you did. I heard it too. Alright, you got me. Curse my big mouth. Fine, I'll tell you. This morning, we discovered something that has turned this whole case on its head. Another murder victim. No way! Another victim? Alright. Who's the stiff? About 5 o'clock this morning, a lawyer named Edison Maxwell was found dead in his home, with a knife in his back. It was a very strange crime scene. Nothing appeared to have been stolen, nor was there any signs of a struggle. Just poor Maxwell, face first into his dinner plate. Oh, that's just awful. I agree. Such a waste of good prime rib. I wouldn't share a tid for old Maxwell, honestly. Rumors have floated around for years about him. Blackmail, forging evidence, financial scams, you name it, he's done it. We were never able to nab him on anything, unfortunately. And now, I guess we never will. Bummer, right? Noted. Yep. Conclusion to the revolution, the western half of... Oh, okay, we get to learn new stuff about each tidbit, so it's important to check this. a police detective. He's investigating a murder that took place in the hotel we stayed at the other night. He doesn't really act much like a policeman. He's very aloof, kind of absent-minded. Maybe I'm just missing something. Well, there's nothing else to really talk about, I think. Gunshot is what broke the window in the room. This is the lounge car. I wonder if there are any traces of the woman that Emma met around here. Yeah, that's a good idea to check. Yeah, this looks like a place. It could be a great place to take a nap. Shame I'm too busy. Okay. Save. Okay, so somebody else was murdered, but what does that have to do with the case? Okay. I guess we should go talk to the bartender then. That's the bartender Emma mentioned. Daughter was just talking to him. I wonder what they were talking about. Oh, we unlock more questions. Okay, okay. This is an interesting kind of flow. Let's talk about the what do you know about that bartender, Daltrey? Oh, him? I was just getting a beer. Aren't you working? What's that supposed to mean? Jeez, are all American college students this uptight? It's just one drink. I intend to speak to everyone on this train eventually, as part of my investigation. He's a bit of an odd guy. Gives me the creeps, if I'm being honest. Well, let's go talk to him. Or... how do I break off this conversation? We have 2 victims now. Gunshot was broke the window. Cambrica is the... Okay. So, this other murder victim. What does this have to do with the hotel case? I see, okay. This is gonna be an interesting playthrough. I'm glad you asked. So, after a tiny bit of digging, we've discovered Maxwell actually had a housekeeper. And his name was Otto Keller. Oh. That's the connection, oh dear. The victim from the hotel. It's too early to say whether or not Keller was involved with Maxwell's murder. But well, it sure is too strange to be a coincidence, isn't it? A missing woman, huh? Well, it doesn't seem like he knows anything about her. But the new evidence in the case is fascinating, isn't it? Do you like how the creators posed and took nice pics and vids of themselves with the sprite work in this game? How do you figure that? Can you just tell by how accurate the poses are? Oh, they're BTS stuff on Instagram. Oh, interesting. I'm not on Instagram, so I missed out on that. Well, it doesn't seem like he knows anything about her, but the new evidence in the case is fascinating, isn't it? Yeah, and a little eerie, honestly. It seems like it's even more serious than we realized. We should probably leave him to his investigation. I don't want to distract him. I don't know. He seems to have no problem finding ways to distract himself. That's just about all we know at this point. Huh. How about that? I said I couldn't tell you much, but I kinda told you a whole lot, didn't I? Oops! Well, whatever, it's fine. I trust you too. Just don't share anything I just told you, okay? We won't, Detective. Thank you. I should get back to work. I have quite a lot of people to speak to and not a lot of time. So with that, I bid you farewell. Good luck finding your mystery woman! Thank you for being a lovely waste of time, Daltrey. What do you think we should do now, Ricky? I think it's about time we talk to the bartender. What kind of... What can I get you? Oh, nothing from me. If you don't mind, we wanted to ask you a few questions. Hello, again. Ah, yes, the girl. Ask away. Let's double check our notes. So, it turns out Daltrey's case involves 2 murders now. The victim from the hotel, Otto Keller, is connected to a lawyer who was found dead named Maxwell. Otto apparently had some connection to this train, so Daltrey came on board to investigate. Okay, not gonna read all this. I'm gonna just look at all this. Maxwell says the shady character, yep. Otto Keller, so that's our dead man. He was an immigrant, worked as a housekeeper for a lawyer that was very shady, and both of them are now dead. Was he planning on taking a trip to London before he died? Interesting. So maybe he was trying to escape Europe altogether. This bartender looks kinda scary. Alright. Excuse me, pal. GPD, we're looking for a missing woman. Have you seen anyone matching this description? There was no woman. The girl came here by herself. How... You got a license to serve these drinks, pal? We have a varied selection of both alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages here. Our tea in particular is quite popular. I vote the killer is the detective. I don't think so. I think he's too dumb to be that clever. Would you like something? How long you been a bartender on this train, boss? You want to know about me? I mix drinks, I sell them, and then I watch. You watch? To make sure my customers are enjoying them, of course. Daltrey is right. This guy gives me the creeps. Indeed he does. I think I did a good job picking the voice. About the detective. That man said he was a detective. Is that true? Yeah, he's investigating a murder case. Murder, huh? I see. He's lying again, Ricky. I swear, she was here. I believe you. It's just, why would he lie? It doesn't make sense. I don't know. I don't think he's gonna change his mind, so maybe we should try asking him about something else. Split personality and psychosis. If that was the way to explain all murders, by that point everybody's a suspect, including myself. Maybe, but I kind of want to keep pressing him. Alright. Again, on the missing woman. You're lying to me. The girl came to me, bought 1 cup of tea, drank it, and left. Only 2 other customers have ordered drinks today. If anyone else has gotten a drink with the girl, I'd know. Who you serving, pal? It's been a slow day. I remember each transaction very clearly. The girl ordered a cup of tea. Sometime after she left, a woman came in and ordered a glass of wine. And just a moment ago, that man calling himself a detective ordered a beer. A girl came in, ordered a tea. Another one came in, ordered a wine. And then the detective. So we missed one person. That's all. 3 drinks, no more, no less. Are you sure you're not forgetting any? My. Such little faith in my recollection. See for yourself. This cash register keeps track of every transaction I make per day. The number goes up for every individual drink sold, and it quite clearly says 3. Let me see that. So he's saying this cash register tracks how many drinks he's sold, huh? Let me take a look at this. He's right. It says 3. Well, okay. So we know 3 drinks were sold. 1 to Emma, 1 to Daltrey, and 1 to some other woman that got a glass of wine. I wonder. Can you describe the woman who ordered the glass of wine? If you must know, she was a very glamorous woman, in a sparkling purple dress. She was quite rude and boisterous. That doesn't sound anything like the woman Emma described, so I guess it wasn't her. I know what you're thinking, Ricky, but there's no way that was her. Besides, both of us drank tea together. We didn't have any wine. Oh hey, sounds like me. That it does. Although, the dress we saw earlier, I don't think you would be brave enough to wear. Maybe. Tea, huh? He's lying. But why? There was no woman. So, you serve tea here, yeah? Our tea is a very special blend, made of ingredients native to Vendreka. Haven't seen it, can neither confirm nor deny, but there's always a but. Where, anything have I lost my god? Touché. Touché, very fair. It is well known for its delicate flavor, minty aroma, and its strength. Many experience a sulfuric effect when they drink too much, and subsequently report quite vivid dreams. This bastard's trying to tell me she was drugged by accident. Tell me, girl, did you experience such a phenomenon? That's... well, yes, I did take a nap shortly after drinking it, but... I thought so. Even a small dose would be likely to cause drowsiness in a girl of your height and weight. Good attention to detail. I was mentioning this before, I don't remember where, but good attention to detail, because alcoholic and other chemical effects affect people differently based on weight and height. Body mass index dictates how, like, for example, how well you can take your liquor. That's a good detail. Very nice. Though, I must admit, a dream so vivid you believed it was real, creating a woman in your mind. That, for me, is new, and will require further research. Research? Just what kinds of experiments is this man running? Emma... A man would have to be at least 6... yeah. Yeah, I can believe that. I can only wonder how difficult it is for, like, somebody like... The Undertaker or otherwise, one of those big giants in WWE to get drunk. Probably plenty. Probably at least a half a bottle of JD. Alright, let's talk about this research you're doing. What exactly did you mean by research? The tea I serve is my own concoction. I've dedicated my life to the pursuit of creating exotic beverages. Therefore, when I create new formulas, they require testing. My customers are my subjects. You could lose your license doing that, friend. Is that legal? What exactly are you putting in these drinks? Relax. It's just tea. I'm not a pharmacist. My drinks are harmless and delicious. Would you like to try one? No, thank you. I believe it is like 80s because there was a box TV in our room. 80s, maybe 90s. I'm 5'5" and had 8 different mixers in a span of 1 hour. There are also people who are just genetically built different when it comes to alcohol tolerance. Mixers could also have stuff in there that could diminish the alcoholic beverage. Maybe. So be it. Phew, this guy's weird. I've heard enough of this. I'm gonna go for a walk. I just need to clear my head. I think. Hey, yo, Sky! Welcome on in. How you doing today? Sorry, I don't know why. I'm in a voice acting kind of mood. 21st birthday with my dad and his bikers group. Barkeep, you're strongest. Like and subscribe. Thank you, Sky. Yes, all likes are appreciated because promotion helps. It helps promote the channel and subscriptions. Yippee-ki-yay. I've been seeing my frames drop every now and again. I'm not gonna lie. Do let me know if this becomes an issue. It's weird. I think my PC is having a hard time handling this game and VTube Studio. But we'll see what happens. How's the stream though? It's been excellent. Intriguing. It has been. We are currently on the hunt for a potential murderer who has murdered somebody in our hotel room that we were staying at, and a second person in another incident, and that has led Detective Daltrey, a friend of ours, onto this train as well as us. We're trying to head back to London, and yeah, we keep running into shit like this. Now we're searching for a mystery woman who was wearing a gray coat and a dress that she saw, but everybody else denies ever existed. So she's feeling like she's going insane, and I'm trying to help her out as best I can. This is Emma, I am Ricky, and that bartender is creeping me the hell out because he's experimenting with teas and serving them to customers. Terrifying. I'm gonna go for a walk. I just need to clear my head a bit, I think. You bastard. Such a vivid dream. I don't like his face. Meanwhile, I be gaslighting. Such a... creepy. Doesn't want to talk. Doesn't want to talk. A murder case. Very interesting. Think. Poor Emma. The comment about the tea seems to have really bothered her. What if it was just a dream? No. There's just no way Emma would confuse a dream with reality. Think. What else can I ask this guy about? That's right. The other witnesses. Emma said there was an old man and a pair of guys in a polo, right? In polos, right? Alright. There were some other folks here yesterday. I'd like your opinion on who they are. And I'd like my microphone to please stop drooping. Yes, I remember the men you speak of. The two men in polos left about an hour ago. They ordered no drinks, so I paid little attention to them. The old man also ordered no drinks, so I paid little attention to him as well. He has been gone for quite some time. Is there anything else you can tell me about them? The men in polos were having quite a lively and irritating conversation. What about? I cannot say. The old man, however... Well, I shouldn't speculate, but I'll just say he struck me as a tad... out of place. Out of place? What does that mean? I think that's just all about it. I'm gonna get out of this guy. I wonder where Emma went. Probably best not to bother her for now. The only thing left to check is the couple Emma said she ran into with the woman on their way here earlier. They were in a cabin near the observation car, right? Maybe I'll go check it out. Is that everything? Check. One more thing. The bar looks pretty fancy up close. Maybe I'll come back tonight for a nightcap. Wait, what's the legal drinking age here again? Yeah, we're a senior. We're a sophomore. We should not be drinking underage. Okay. I think that's all I can do. The bartender working in the lounge car on the train. He claims that the missing woman Emma is talking about never existed. He claims that only 3 drinks were sold in the morning Emma supposedly shared the tea with the missing woman. He says he sold 1 cup of tea to Emma, 1 glass of wine to another woman, and a beer to Detective Daltrey. His cash register, which tracks the number of sales that are made per day, very clearly said 3. This guy is an absolute creep. Lord knows what he's putting in his experimental tea blends. Still, though, why would he lie about never seeing the missing woman? He's definitely hiding something from us. Alright. See you around, pal. Don't you dare spike my tea again. Alright. Legal age is, in some areas, is 16. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what European drinking limits are. The day progresses. Hell, I've checked about every other cabin. This has to be the one. I've checked every other nearby cabin. This has to be the one. Come on, there has to be something. Wait, I recognize that voice. Emma? Sorry, I gave you a smoker's throat. Smoker's voice. Come on. My hands are sore. Ow. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah, this is breaking and entering, Emma. You're not really supposed to do this. Oh, hi, Ricky! What brings you here? I was just investigating. Oh, cool! Me, too. Are you going through these people's things? What? No, it's not what it looks like, Ricky! You see, this is the cabin that the couple I mentioned was in, right? I was going to talk to them again, but they weren't here, and, you know, the door was open, so... Yay? Dahlia? Yay? Hip hip hooray. Why did you feel the need to bring that up? Here's your hint, B. It's not what it is, but rather what it has for appendages. Moving on! Okay, fine. It's exactly what it looks like. But Ricky, I swear, these two are hiding something. When me and that woman were on our way to the lounge car, the couple in this cabin gave us a really strange look. Like they were surprised. I'm certain they recognized her. Oh, Ricky, I know I shouldn't be doing this. It's just... I'm just looking through for any evidence that she exists at all. It wasn't just a dream. I'm sure of it. You don't have to explain anything, B. I congratulate you for being innocent. Innocent enough to not recognize it off the bat, unlike yours truly. I've seen too much shit on the internet, okay? In my defense, I've seen too much on the internet. Not willingly, mind you. No, yeah, I think the octopus are really cool. People just have other ideas with them, sadly. Oh, Emma. Okay, I'll help you look, but let's make this real quick, before we get caught. Are you sure? I feel bad for dragging you into this. Let's just hurry up before they come back. Okay. Okay. Okay, what is this? Is this a top hat? You know, there were a lot of men wearing hats like this in Vendreka, weren't there? It's like we time travel back to the 1940s. I think it's cute. Men should go back to wearing hats in America, don't you think? I absolutely agree with you. Yes, you too should wear a hat. You too should get yourself sized for a hat. It is indefinite. It protects you from the sun. It protects you from being bald. It could help you. And they should come back in fashion. Nobody's agreeing with me, are they? I lose another battle this day. Sure. But doesn't this hat look a little, I don't know, stupid? Hey! Top hats are pretty damn cool. You should try it on. I bet you look great. I think we should hurry up and find some real evidence instead. Thank you, Aiden. Thank you. For at least one person agrees with me, and that's enough. That's enough to make it a cause worth fighting for. Hey, hats are cool. I wish my head was shaped well enough to wear certain types of hats. But at this point, the only thing I can wear is flat caps and wide brim hats. There is a great science behind them, though. You should definitely look into it. Certain head shapes can only wear certain hats, and when you find out which hat works for the best for you, it works, damn it. It works. Okay, you're right, but also no fun. Also no fun. Okay, I don't want to steal that. Looks like a deck of playing cards. What's this? What's this in this jar? That makes me your right-hand man. Hey! 10 points to the random chatter in Hotel Calaveras. This looks like a bottle of aspirin. Look at the size of that bed. I can't believe this even fits on the train. That's a pretty comfy looking couch. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? Sure as shit not you. Well, okay then, no need to be rude. Kind of an odd place for a mirror, but it sure does look fancy. Actually, no, I want to keep looking. Nothing there. That's an interesting painting. It's a painting of a young couple in the garden. Oh, what a beautiful painting! Such a passionate depiction of young love. Okay, Emma, hold on. Hold on. Wait, we can't do this review right now. We are in the midst of breaking and entering. The brushstrokes make it look impressionistic. This was probably painted in the late 1800s or early 1900s. Since when were you such an art enthusiast? Oh, I'm not, really. I just took an art and history course from my freshman year as a breath requirement. Yeah. I was gonna say, who does this remind me of? Being a big old art nerd. Huh? So says your own drawing. It was fun, though. And now I can trick people into thinking I'm super cultured whenever I see fine art. Well, you could have fooled me. Yeah, I should look at this. It's a jewelry box. Oh my. Thank you. Riposte. My fair artist. Oh my, I wonder what kind of jewelry is in here. It could be worth a fortune. Kinda careless to just leave this out in the open. Yeah. But lucky it's just us in here, not actual thieves. We shouldn't be in here either, Emma. Wait, what? Ricky, what are you doing? Don't just open it. I didn't. The train had a bump or something. It opens on its own. Oh, is that right? I'm serious. But, you know, now that it's open, I guess we could take a quick look. More cards. This isn't jewelry. Bunch of random playing cards. You think they came from do you think they came from the deck on the table there? Maybe. What are they doing in the jewelry case? I don't know, but it's awfully strange. I wonder if there's something significant about these cards in particular. Ricky, make a note of which cards are in that case. Maybe it'll come in handy later. I can't imagine this will be helpful, but alright, sure. Whatever makes you happy, Emma. Alright, done. Let's go this back up, just to be safe. Playing cards. Found 8 playing cards in a jewelry box in the wealthy couple's cabin. They were as follows: 8 of spades, 5 of diamonds, jack of clubs, 3 of hearts, king of spades, 2 of clubs, queen of diamonds, ace of hearts. Gambling money gone wrong to fund the murder. And here we go. Everybody's making their own thesis. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm quite in debt to you. Yes, yes. I still have yet to play that as well. I'm sure Phantom's gonna want to jump on that. Okay, 8 of spades, 5, 2, 2, 3, 5. Can't make it straight. Jack, king, queen, ace. 1 shy of a high straight. And an 8 of spades. Spades, diamonds, clubs, hearts. Spades, clubs, diamonds, hearts. Man. Alright. So now... Hey, hold on. I saw that. That couch looks pretty cozy. Hmm? Is it just me, or is there something shiny between the cushions? Let's take a look. Oh, you're right! This looks like... a wedding ring, maybe? This must belong to one of them. You think so? I don't know. I have a hard time believing a married person would drop their ring so carelessly. Or targets listed as playing cards. That would be big brain. Maybe we should take a closer look at it. Alright, let's take a closer look at this ring here. Looks like there's an engraving on the inside. It's in a language I don't recognize, though. Let me see. You even drew the ring and a hand? God, you guys are so high effort. Well done. That takes nerves. Here. Come on. In a voice acting heavy game, of course, my microphone decides to act up. I think this is in Vendreka's native language. Yeah, pics and vids, I know. Good reference. Good reference is what they used. But Vendreka is an English-speaking country, isn't it? Yes, but historically, before the country's occupation, it had its own language that the majority of citizens spoke. It's sort of obsolete now, though. I wonder what it says. We could take this to Professor Martin. Hello, wait. Okay. just a potted plant. Or is it? Okay, I guess not much else to see here. I shouldn't take that. Contrary to what Emma may think, it would not look good on me. Hey, you don't know that. Don't knock it until you try it in the mirror, pal. Forever my love, or the name. Ow. Yeah, we wouldn't be able to tell what's the name, though, if we don't speak the language. Oh, I know what we should do. Let's show this ring to Professor Martin. I'm sure he could translate it for us. But what if the couple finds out we took it? Oh, come on, Ricky. It was wedged between 2 couch cushions. They probably don't even know it was there. If it turns out it's theirs, we'll just return it later and say we found it somewhere else on the train. It'll be fine. I have to know what this ring says. It may be our only clue. All right. I'll hold on to it. Now, let's get out of here quick. Hi. Room service. Yeah, we were just turning over your sheets because we noticed a big old red stain on them. Yeah. I'm sure one of you just might have cut yourself shaving. Yeah. You look very dapper, by the way. I have a hat just like that. You know, it's very good looking on you, sir. Very good. You don't buy a single sentence I'm saying, do you? Actually, that hat looks like one of the PNGs I have. Not gonna lie. Uh-oh. Hello, sir. We were just leaving. We got lost and, what's with this guy? Isn't he gonna say anything? Monty dear, can you get me an aspirin? My head is pounding. Whoa. What's this? We have guests. Oh, hello again. Oh, it's you. Didn't I already tell you I haven't the faintest idea what you're talking about? Oh, what you're doing in our cabin? That's, he stole Wonka's hat. Oh, man. I could just see. Yeah, the purple sparkly dress. I told you. I don't know if you would wear something like that. But like you said, if you could pull it off, you would pull it off. Well, you know, it's a funny story. We were, yeah, you don't buy it. What's that, dear? You're saying you invited these two into our cabin? Yeah, totally. Huh? That's true. The proportions do kind of match, I guess. I don't know. Oh, Monty, what am I going to do with you? Surely you could at least be a bit more discerning when selecting our guests. What's that supposed to mean? Anyway, did he just cover for us? I don't know what he would, but thanks, Monty. We're sorry to bother you, but would you mind if we asked you a couple of questions? We're trying to solve a mystery. Oh, I am really in no mood for an interrogation. Monty dear, where is that aspirin? Okay, Emma, we got out of this alive. Let's see. Is she okay? Alright. Monty, please, where is that aspirin? I simply cannot stand this headache any longer. So, are these the people who can afford this ridiculous room? They must be absolutely loaded. I wonder what this guy's deal is. She's being awfully dramatic about this headache. You don't remember when I put the bottle? Oh, Monty, what am I supposed to do? Oh, my head! What am I to do? Is there an aspirin bottle in here somewhere? Yes, there is. Right over here. Let's give this to her before she collapses. Oh, don't want to show the ring by accident. That's dangerous. We found the aspirin bottle. You did? Quickly, give it to me! Oh, you're a lifesaver. What would I have done without you? I don't know. Look a little to your left, maybe? I'm feeling better already. I suppose looks aren't everything. You were actually somewhat helpful. You said you wanted to ask us some questions, yes? I suppose we can spare some of our time, but please make it quick. My name is Veda, and this is my husband Monty. What do you want? I'm not going to show you the ring just yet. Should tread carefully around this jewelry box. I don't want to get the idea we're here to steal from her. Yeah. His outfit sure is interesting. It's quite actually very nice. The wide brim of the top hat is interesting. He's got it tilted just like mine. She's Dolly before the canon event. Only Dolly is fully blind. He's got a nice necktie, a bow tie, simple notch lapel jacket. He's a dapper man. And she is wearing a skin-tight dress. What more can you say? Okay. Vida. Why isn't he saying anything? Yeah, why is he being a mime here? This woman seems like a real piece of work. What's that supposed to mean? If I recall correctly, yes, we saw an image of her earlier, and that thing was pressed against her belly, so her belly button was showing. Or faking it and dying inside. Maybe. Alright. I want to talk to you all about the missing woman real quick. I already told the young lady, Monty and I haven't any idea what she's talking about. Can you tell me about your betrothed, question mark? Monty, was it? Monty, is everything okay? You haven't spoken since you got here. You're wasting your time, dear. Monty doesn't speak. He doesn't speak? Correct. Monty prefers to leave all the talking to moi. Isn't that right, darling? Blink 30 times in a row if you're being held against your own will, Monty. Okay, there's 3. I'm gonna take that as a yes. If he doesn't speak, then... How do I know what he's thinking? Dear, when you've been in a relationship as long as us two, you don't need words to understand each other. I hope we do, because I really want to say this dapper gentleman. Monty and I are a team. Perhaps someday you'll learn what it means to be truly in love, like the two of us. I wonder how much her idea of true love involves expensive jewelry. Alright, let's have a talk with you. So, what do you do, Miss Vida? What do I do? What an insipid question! A woman of my stature has no need to work for a living. It wouldn't be embarrassing. Not that the two of you would understand. You both look distinctly middle class. This is exhausting. Gee, thanks. Monty and I are well known in Vendreken high society. I wouldn't expect a couple of obvious tourists like you two to understand. Okay. What's his claim to fame, though, is the question. Monty, what do you do for a living? It's none of your business how my husband makes his money. Ignore him, Monty. It is my business because I'm a detective on this here train. My husband and I are going on a holiday to London. Monty doesn't like the flying, so we're taking the train. Uh-huh. Alright, let's account for your movements. Hey, Vita, did you by any chance get a glass of wine in the lounge car earlier? What's it to you if I had a glass of wine? Can't I have a drink without being under surveillance? I'm sorry, I was just, curious. If you must know. Throw her out the window to save him. No, I can't do that. You think I could lift that woman? I'm a weakling who's a sophomore in high school. I don't think I could do that. If you must know. Yes, I ordered a glass of white wine, the finest Chardonnay they had on offer. That dreaded bug-eyed bartender tried to offer me some other swill, but I simply won't drink anything else. Okay. Do you remember seeing Emma earlier? Oh, is that her name? 3 of her to her 1. You got a point there. Oh, is that her name? Other than the time she was so rudely interrupted our lunch to interrogate us with nonsensical questions, no, I can't say that I do. But... Oh? Do you disagree? Are you calling me a liar, young lady? No, ma'am, I'm sorry. It's all right, dear. It isn't your fault you were taught any manners as a child. I forgive you. Ignore her, Emma. Oh boy, yeah, she was raised on the money bag. No idea. Monty's nice and quiet. Vita's got nothing else to say to me. Nothing more about the train. And did have a glass of white wine. I was just thinking, what if we ask them about the ring? Are you sure? If Vita knows we took something, she'll flip out. Yeah, but I have a feeling that ring doesn't belong to them. Both of them are wearing wedding rings already. Let's just pretend we found it somewhere else. Whatever they say about it might be useful. That's a good way of getting around it, Emma. Excuse me. But, do you perhaps speak the old language? We found this outside. Hey, did, either of you two lose a wedding ring? We found this in one of the train cars and... Lose a wedding ring? Don't be ridiculous, dear. Monty and I would never be so careless with the symbol of our eternal love. People don't memorize the cost of groceries. Technically, yeah, you would have somebody else get it for you. Nor would I be caught dead with a ring that cheap. Whoever bought that must have gotten it from a homeless person outside the jewelry store. If Monty proposed to me with a ring with that disgraceful piece of junk, I'd have him dumped on the spot. Of course, Monty would never have done such a thing. He knows what I'm worth. Isn't that right, darling? I hate voicing this character. I see. Well, at least we know for sure the ring doesn't belong to them. Let's take it to Martin as soon as we're done here. Alright, that's enough. It's getting late. Monty and I need to get ready for bed. Did we answer your questions to your satisfaction? Will you leave us alone now? Yes, thank you. Thank you, Miss Vita. You're quite welcome. It's not often I'm this generous with my time, you know. You should feel lucky. Oh, we do, Miss Vita. Very lucky, indeed. Don't be snarky now. It's quite unbecoming of a young lady like yourself. Now, both of you, out! Thanks, lady. If the value of your relationship is determined by this tiny piece of jewelry, is that relationship really worth having? Nope! I will avoid a sugar daddy kind of relationship at all costs. I think sentimental value and personal value is greater than any gold or diamond. I mean, look at Mama Bones. She's in love with Papa Bones for the rest of her life with a sardonyx ring that probably cost Papa Bones like $30. So, you know, I can definitely say that monetary value has no place in a relationship. No problem, Aiden. Take care, have a good night, and enjoy the rest of the VOD when you get the chance. If you get the chance, I should say. Have a good night. I don't know about you, but I think I'm starting to get a headache now. I think I'm starting to get a headache now. Are you alright, Emma? I'm sorry we didn't get much information. It's okay, Ricky. We didn't leave completely empty-handed, right? Yeah, the ring. Let's go talk to Professor Martin before it gets too late. If nothing else, he can at least help us translate the engraving. Oh, and Ricky? Let's not mention anything about the missing woman. I don't want to burden him with that too. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like he seemed a bit tired lately. We should try not to disturb him for too long. Sure, no problem. Professor Martin. He's probably reading in his cabin or something. Professor Martin. After everything we've been through today, I think it'd be nice to see a friendly face for a change. I hope this helps Emma feel better. She'd never admit it, but I can tell she's pretty upset. Okay, let's read up our new notes. Vita's husband. He's traveling in one of the most expensive cabins on the train. According to Emma, Vita and Monty gave her the missing woman a funny look earlier. Emma thinks they recognize the missing woman, but like everyone else, Vita's saying she has no idea what Emma is talking about. Monty is a bit of a mystery. According to Vita, he doesn't speak at all. When we asked about what he did for a living, Vita shut us down. Wonder what his story is. Monty's wife, Veta. She's traveling in one of the most expensive cabins on the train. According to Emma, Veta and Monty gave her and the missing woman a funny look earlier. Emma thinks that he recognized the missing woman, but like everyone else, Veta is saying she has no idea what Emma's talking about. She's, kind of a piece of work. Vain, elitist, likes flaunting her wealth and belittling people. I wonder how Monty ended up with someone like her. She confirmed to us that she got a glass of wine, Chardonnay, from the lounge car. That all checks out with the bartender's story. And an update on this ring. It doesn't appear to belong to either Vita or Monty, so we're not sure whose it is or why it was in their cabin. Alright. Checking on Martin. And it's nighttime, the end of day 1 of 3. Yes, who is it? I'll try to do a thicker German-esque accent. Oh, Ricky! Emma! Come in, come in. I haven't seen you both all day. How are you doing? We're good. How about you? Have you been enjoying the ride? Yes, I've settled in quite comfortably. This has given me the chance to catch up on some reading, and the time to grade some papers for my other classes. Why don't you both have a seat? We haven't had much time to talk these past few days. I'd love to hear your thoughts on our trip. Oh, well, actually no. He wouldn't have an accent. Even though he's native to this land, he left a long time ago. So maybe he has an American accent. Sure, come in, Ricky. Yeah, sure. I guess this ring can wait a bit. Oh, look at that. So, what did the two of you think of our trip? Did you have a nice time? Oh, it was wonderful. Vendreka is so beautiful. The natural landscape is unlike anything I've ever seen before. Ah, I'm glad you think so. I've always felt my country's natural beauty was among its greatest strengths. And you, Ricky, what did you think of your time in Vendreka? Oh, yeah, I agree. It was beautiful, and those hot dogs were unreal. Ah, yes. Well, I hope you know I'm expecting great term papers from both of you. The trip was much more than just a vacation, after all. Bad answer. You can count on us, Professor. I've already begun drafting my paper. I'm sure Ricky has as well. Yeah. Yeah. I'll have you know, by the way, I'm nothing like this kid. I was not a procrastinator back when I had to take GED exams or GED prep classes. I was probably one of the best students in that class. Hell, I was so bold, and this was like back in 2017, I think, maybe 2016. I was so bold that when we had an open debate, all I did was listen to the other classmate of mine who talked about something. I don't remember what. I think it was about self-driving cars. And all I did was listen to him, and then the second he finished, I tore that shit apart like a hungry family on Thanksgiving. I was literally one of the laziest in my class and still graduated with honors. Yeah, school system's funny like that. But I worked hard. I did my research, and I wish I had gone to school because I think I would have been a decent student. I think I would have gotten hella bullied though. I'm not gonna lie. And I might have done the bullying eventually. No, I was too short to be a bully. I just would have gotten into a lot of fights. Professor, can I ask you something about Vendreka? It's for my paper. Yeah. Yes, of course. What would you like to know? For our trip, you emphasized to Ricky and I the importance of the Vendrekan Revolution. But when we visited the Vendrekan History Museum, there was barely any material about it on display at all. It's true that some 40 years ago, the country we now call Vendreka was split in two, with the west side gaining its independence as Vendreka, and the east side, now called Ganbrika, remaining under military occupation, correct? Yes, that is correct. This period of Vendrekan history seems so critical. Shouldn't it have been more of a focus of the exhibit? A very astute question, Emma. Truth be told, I hope that one of you might have noticed this peculiarity. For all of Vendreka's virtues, the reality is that my country has something of a troubled past. Of which the revolution was a part. I should know. After all, I was there. Did you participate in the revolution, Professor? Well, I was about your age at the time it took place, so it was hard not to get swept up in all of the activity. The revolution's goals were admirable. We wished to be free from the occupation that had plagued us for centuries. And regrettably, the only way that point could be heard was through violent insurrection. Our occupiers' military force was strong, but so too was the will of my people. Eventually, to stop the violence, both parties agreed to compromise. Though, it is compromise that I feel was my country's biggest mistake. In the years since the country was split in two, Vendreka has prospered. Quality of life is better than it has ever been. The citizens live well and are happy, but the same cannot be said of Ganbrika. This is East and West Germany. And I know so because Papa Bones is actually really into Berlin Wall era Germany, post-war Germany, basically. I've learned a lot about it from him, and this sounds exactly what I've heard about. East and West Germany. West Germany was flourishing. It had capitalist money coming in. It was vacationable, but East Germany was Eastern Bloc blah. And the people there were starving half the time. It was regarded as a second-rate country and a blemish on the Soviet Union, if I recall correctly. Supposedly my folks have a piece of the Berlin Wall. Ooh. I think you would have an okay time. Like, I know lore is fun and all because it's crazy, but truth is stranger than fiction. And I can say this as somebody who's done a recent deep dive into medieval history. The shit that went on in 1066 England is wild, yo. And it rivals, and it's the basis, actually. That history in England is the basis for Warhammer 40k. Just being crusaders of God. Those knights back then, those specific knights, and those crusades and those bloody wars, feuds over kingdoms, betrayal, mystery, feudal lands, all of that's based on actual history. So, if you see lore in your favorite video game, chances are something in real life influenced it. In the intervening years, Gambrica has become a desolate place. Not only does it remain under occupation, but violence and poverty are the norm for its people. The compromise was never supposed to be the end. Gambrica's independence was always intended to come close behind, but the truth is, in pursuit of peace and independence, Vendreka abandoned Gambrica. And to this day, the prevailing viewpoint on the subject is to look the other way. Yeah, exactly. So it's worth... Like, mythologies, that's still fiction. But it is always interesting to look into. Like, I'm a lore nut because I'm a historian. You're a lore nut, you could be a historian. It goes hand in hand. That's unbelievable. Of course, not all Vendrekans choose to live in ignorance. In recent years, many of the country's leaders have worked to make Vendreka a welcoming place for Gambrican refugees. Among them is Senator Gordon, my old friend. Oh yeah, it was Senator Gordon who invited you back to Vendreka to visit, right? This trip wouldn't have happened without him. That is correct. I hadn't seen him for some 40 years. This whole trip has been quite nostalgic for me, I must admit. I would like to just state for the record that my German accent is god-awful and not based on anything in particular. So, I'm so sorry to any Europeans who might be watching this cringing. You know what, Professor? I've been wondering. You know what I've been wondering? Why did you move to America, Professor? Well, as much as I do love my home country, my passion has always been for English literature, as well as teaching. After finishing my undergraduate degree, I promptly moved to London to continue my studies. I eventually accepted a teaching position at the University of London, and was later offered further opportunities in America. Next thing I knew, I had been away from home for nearly 40 years. My, how time flies. Anyway, since I've been gone, I've of course kept up with the political situation in my home country. I thought it would be illuminating for both of you to see it firsthand. Prosperity often comes with a price, and for Vendreka, that price was Gambrica. Never forget, that it is our responsibility not to turn a blind eye to the plight of our neighbors, even if doing so is the path of least resistance. I'm thankful that leaders like Senator Golden have worked tirelessly to welcome Gambrikian refugees into Vendreka with open arms. And I dream of a day that reunification of our countries can be realized. AC's big Gilgamesh. Yeah, you would fit in with the historians. I can already tell. It's all just discussing conjecture and having a laugh. Wow. The political situation in Vendreka is more complicated than I thought. Of course, Emma picked up on it right away. She's so much more perceptive than I am. It's no wonder Martin likes her so much. Meanwhile, all I can think of to say is how much I like those stupid hot dogs. I'm such an idiot. Oh, by the way, I wanted to ask. Is this a photo album on the table, Professor? Oh, yes. I was just looking through it earlier. Reminiscing. Most of the photos are from when I was a student in Vendreka. I suppose I was right around your age. Do you mind if we take a look? Not at all. So, these photos are so old. I wonder if you'll even recognize me. Well, what do you think? Can you tell which one is me? Center. It's gotta be him, right? Wow, don't tell me. Is this you, Professor? In the middle? Very perceptive, Emma. Yes, that is me. Yeah. You don't look that much different. Your hair's just a little messier now. Damn, she beat me to it. Who are the other two people in the photo? On the left is Senator Golden, though back then he was just a political science student. And next to me on the right is our old friend Maya, another literature student. Oh, did you visit Maya on the trip as well? Oh no. Yeah. He's dead. He went to visit a grave. In a sense, yes. Maya was killed about a year after this photo was taken, during an uprising. Oh my. I'm so sorry. Oh, it's alright. It's in the past now. I was able to visit his grave, to pay my respects. He was a great friend, and I'm glad I knew him when I did. As I said, as much as the revolution was necessary for our country's freedom, it was not without sacrifices. It is, of course, important to fight for our ideas, but in practice, revolution is a violent business. And I pray that none of my students will ever have to experience anything like it. Damn. Martin's really been through a lot, hasn't he? Well, it's getting rather late. I'm going to get ready for bed. Thank you for talking with me, you two. I hope the conversation was illuminating. Thanks, Professor. Have a good night. Wait, Emma! We had something we wanted to show Professor Martin, right? That's right! I almost completely forgot! What's this? You have something to show me? Yeah, actually... Here you go. Just sending a reference pic. Alright, I'll look at it after stream. Hey, Professor. We found this ring on the train. There's an engraving on it, but... we think it's in Vendreken, so we're not sure what it says. Would you be able to translate it for us? A ring? Sure, let me take a look. Well, you're right. This is definitely Vendrekken. So the style of the engraving suggests an Eastern influence. If I had to guess, I'd say this ring comes from Ganbrika. The engraving says, "To my beloved, A.K." We might have some evidence that she exists. To my beloved, A.K. Didn't Emma say the woman she met had a name that began with A? You said you found this on the train. It appears to be a wedding ring. Quite a devastating thing to lose. Yeah, we've been trying to find who it belongs to. Well, whoever is this ring's owner, they can't have gone far. You have plenty of time to search for them tomorrow. Can I have the ring back, Professor? Oh, yes, of course. Interesting. Yeah, so Ganbrika's on the verge of destruction. Yeah. The ring. So that lines up with the missing woman. Thank you for the translation, Professor. Of course! It's been quite some time since I read Vendrekken writing. It reminds me of my childhood. We won't take up any more of your time, Professor. Thanks again. Think nothing of it. Good night, you two. Good night, Professor. Hey, Ricky, how about we go back to your cabin for a bit? I want to talk about what we found today. Sure. Oh boy. Oh dear. Man, I'm exhausted. So much has happened today. I can hardly keep track of it all in my head. Tell me about it. Maybe we should go over everything we found out today. To see where we're at? Good idea. Oh, I know. How about I quiz you? Ooh, pop quiz, everybody. Quiz me? What do you mean? Yeah, why not? I want to see if you've really been paying attention. God. That heh reminds me of somebody. Oh, yeah, I mean, do I have to? Oh, come on, Ricky. It'll be fun. Just let me know when you're ready. It's fine if you want to relax for a bit before we get into it, though. Okay, let's save real quick so we can save scum this quiz, clearly. No, I'm not gonna do that. Gordon. Martin. He was a college student during the Vendrekken Revolution. Lost a friend in the conflict. And Meyer. Okay. I'm ready. Still looking for ideas, huh? Yeah, about the term paper? Try not to stress out about it too much, Ricky. Something will come to you. It always does. What's up? Hey, is everything alright? Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. I was just thinking about Martha. Martha? Who's that? My puppy! Haven't I ever mentioned her? Oh god, it is Tony. I haven't been back to my parents' place in a while. I miss her. Do you have any pets, Ricky? Well, we had a turtle when I was a kid. It was my buddy. Aw, what was his name? My parents let me name him, and I named him Tom. Tom the turtle, huh? Laugh all you want. Tom and I had something special. You wouldn't get it. I still think about Tom. The time we spent in the war. The time we spent together as buddies. trapped in a hellhole. Nothing but our wits to our chest. And our friendship. He would look over at me, and I would look at him, and we would both know we would make it out alive. For the folks back home, Tom was my friend. All right. Let's do this review. Am I ready? Let's do this. All right. Let's start at the beginning. I met a woman on the observation car this morning. We shared a drink in the lounge car, then agreed to meet for lunch, but when I tried to find her a few hours later, she was missing, and everyone I spoke to acted like she never existed in the first place. So, I came to you for help. We decided we would try to find her and went to the lounge car to look for clues. The first thing we did was run into Detective Daltrey. Right. That was a surprise. He's continuing his investigation from last night. The murder at the He's continuing his investigation from last night. The murder at the hotel. Do you remember what he said the name of the victim was? Yeah. The victim was Otto Keller.
James Stewart.
No, that's Jimmy Stewart I'm thinking of. Yep, that's right. The man who was killed at the hotel was a Gunbreakin immigrant named Otto Keller. Apparently, there was some connection between him and this train. But that isn't even the craziest part. It turns out, Otto Keller was also working as a housekeeper for another man who was found dead earlier this morning. Some shady lawyer named Edison Maxwell. He was alone at his dinner table with a knife in his back. How gruesome. I wonder what all this has to do with the train. Kind of scares me, honestly. What about you? What do you think about the detective's case? I want to know what Otto was doing at our hotel last night. Now that you mention it, it's pretty freaky how this case seems to be following us. First our hotel, now our train. I sure hope it doesn't follow us onto our plane home, too. At any rate, Daltrey didn't seem to know anything about the missing woman, so we talked to the bartender next. That creep was insistent that his experimental tea blend made me hallucinate the woman's existence. I thought I was going crazy. To be honest, Emma, you did go a little crazy. What with sneaking into someone else's room and all. That's not funny, Ricky. I'm not proud of that, you know. And besides, you're skipping ahead. That bartender told us he only sold 3 drinks this morning, which was confirmed by the cash register's records. Do you remember what drinks he said were ordered? It was 1 tea, 1 wine, and 1 beer. Exactly. He said I got a cup of tea, but only 1, and that I was by myself. He said a different woman got a glass of wine, which we later learned was Veda, and that Detective Daltrey got a beer. So that's all 3 drinks accounted for, and none left for the missing woman to have had. It makes no sense. Anyway, speaking of Veda, I was certain that her and Monty saw me and the woman on our way to the lounge car earlier. After leaving the lounge car, I went back to their cabin to talk to them again, but they weren't there. And you decided to let yourself in. Correct. Then you joined me, and we searched their cabin for clues, which led us to a lost wedding ring. Can you recall exactly where we found the ring? We found it in the cushions. Exactly. It was wedged between the cushions in their cabin's couch. I wonder how it got there. It had an engraving in Vendrekken, so we thought that we'd ask Martin to translate it for us. But before we could leave, Veda and Monty came back. Yeah, I have so many thoughts about our conversation with them. I don't even know where to start. Well, what did you think? Did anything in our conversation with them strike you as interesting or noteworthy? Veda sure seemed reluctant to tell us what Monty does for a living. That's right. As soon as we asked, she shut down the question immediately. What's the big secret? At any rate, Veda denied ever seeing the woman, as expected. She kicked us out, and that was that. And then, finally, we talked to Professor Martin. He told us all about Vendreka's complicated political history, how the East and West were split during the Revolution, and how Vendreka has prospered while their neighbors in Ganbrika suffer. He also showed us an old picture of him and his friends from his college days. It's so hard to believe he was our age once. He was pictured with 2 of his friends. Do you remember the name of the one on the right? The literature student? How could I forget? That's Meyer. Yeah, it was Meyer. He was apparently killed during the Revolution. So it must have been so hard for Martin to lose his friend like that. Anyway, before we left, we had Martin translate the engraving on the ring for us. So, for my last question, what were the initials on the ring? It said, "To my beloved, what?" A. K. Yep, that was it. To my beloved A.K. Pretty sure it's not a soldier's ring to his beloved firearm. So, where does this leave us? Well, I know that the woman's name began with an A, so I suppose it's possible that she's the AK written on this ring. Can you remember if she was wearing a wedding ring when you met her? No, I don't remember. But if we operate under the assumption that this is her ring, that means, at some point, she lost it in Veda and Monty's cabin. Definitely got the sense that Veda was hiding something from us. And I wouldn't put it past someone like her to lie. We still don't have all that much to go on, though. At this point, the ring is the only clue. Yeah, but at least it's something, right? You know, Ricky, for a minute there, I really thought I was going crazy. I thought maybe that creepy bartender was right, and it was just a vivid dream. If I'm being honest, I'm still not entirely sure what to believe, but... well, that ring gives me some hope at least. It may turn out that this was all a waste of time, but... as long as there's a small chance she's real, I don't want to stop searching until I'm sure she's okay. Thank you for helping me today, Ricky. I'm so sorry I dragged you into this. I understand if you don't want to pursue it any further. You should really be using this time to plan your term paper. I know I shouldn't distract you anymore, so I think I'll... First thing tomorrow morning, we should try to find the other 3 witnesses. You said there was an old man and 2 men in polos that should have seen you and this woman together, correct? Yes, that's right. The bartender confirmed to me that they were there, so I think we're bound to run into them at some point. We should keep an eye on Veda and Monty too, like you said. If that is her ring, then those 2 must know more than they're letting on. For now, though, I think we should get some sleep. I have a feeling tomorrow is going to be a long day, so we'll want to be nice and well rested. Does that sound good? Yeah, that sounds great. What's so funny? You know, Ricky, you've really changed a lot since we first met. Have I? God! I hate being a writer. I hate being a writer and knowing exactly what to say next. I know it's only been a few years, but you've really grown up in that time, you know? Have I? To think, you were just barely out of high school when I started tutoring you at the writing center. Oh no, anything but this. Come on, will you stop? You're barely a year older than me. I know. You just always seemed like such a baby to me back then. Please, make it stop. I have an early shift tomorrow and I gotta go eat. I understand, Dahlia. Thank you for sticking around and enjoying this story with me. Good luck at work tomorrow and good luck for the rest of this month. Lord knows you're gonna need it. At least I'm no longer as pissed. I hope I contributed to that in some way. Until next stream, Dahlia. Or whenever you decide to DM me some random brain rot. Have a good night. I'm sorry, that probably sounds so patronizing. My point is just, it's been a long time since then, and well... Oh, I don't know, you just come a long way, you know? Have bail money ready for me just in case. Don't do anything stupid, for the love of God. I have no bail money, and the hotel is funded by reapers we cannot comprehend, and who probably also don't have money. I guess it doesn't really feel like it to me, though. I don't think Martin thinks that highly of me, if I'm being honest. What makes you say that? I don't know. I just don't think I've impressed him at all. Not like you. I wouldn't worry about it, Ricky. He just hasn't known you long enough. He hasn't had the time to see you and see in you what I do. Are you hitting on me? I know he can be pretty unforgiving, but I truly believe he's the best teacher I've ever had. I want you to learn as much from him as I have. I just know that your term paper is going to blow him away. Really? I believe in you. Thanks, Emma. I'll see you in the morning, Ricky. Bright and early. We don't have a moment to lose. She's waiting for us to find her after all. Good night. Night. He hasn't had time to see in you what I do. What do you see in me, Emma? She acts like she's my mom. So proud of her little student. It's humiliating. What am I even doing here? How did I let Emma talk me into this? I'm completely out of my depth. Martin could see right through me. You can tell I'm nothing like her. Everything comes so easily to her. Never a problem she can't solve. She faces everything with that same confident, cheery attitude. It's so annoying. Hey, that kind of attitude isn't annoying, it's inspiring. Get your head straight, kiddo. It's admirable. It's really cool, and I wish I was that optimistic. To my beloved AK, huh? Emma, I won't let you down. I don't have the right voice for this guy. Alright, let's get a preview to chapter 3, and then we are calling it a night. I do want to play Persona at some point on this channel. Time is it? 10 o'clock? Huh. Figured Emma would have woken me up by now. Uh-oh. Ricky! Ricky, are you awake? Speak of the devil. I used that term already. Yeah, come in. Don't tell me the ring's gone. Ricky! Ricky, we have a problem. Whoa, whoa, slow down. What's going on? I hate being right. It's the ring! It's missing, Ricky. It's missing? Yes! I put it on my bedside table right before I went to sleep, but when I woke up, it was gone. Are you sure you didn't drop it? Could it have fallen on the floor? I thought so too, but I've been looking all over my cabin for almost an hour. I swear, it's like it just disappeared. Oh, Ricky, what are we going to do? That was our only evidence. We have nothing to go on now. Hold on, Emma. Even if we don't have the ring, we still know what was written on it, and we still have some leads to chase. Let's not panic. We can still continue investigating without the ring. Maybe you're right. Oh, it's just so frustrating. How could I have lost it? This is really weird. Emma wouldn't be so careless as to lose something as important as that ring. Is it possible somebody took it while she was sleeping? Who even knew she had it, other than Martin and... Veda and Monty. Let's not worry about it right now. We only have 2 days left to investigate, so we need to cover as much ground as we can. You're right. I'm sorry. We need to focus. Where do you think we should start today, Ricky? Good question. Well, we still have 3 potential witnesses to question, 2 guys in polos and the old man. You said they were with you in the lounge car around this time yesterday, so maybe we'll find one of them there now. We should talk to Vita and Monty too. I'm not exactly sure what else we can ask them, but... We know they must be hiding something, right? Okay, I'll let you decide what we do first. How about this? If we ever aren't sure what to do next, we can come back here and talk it over. I have a feeling today is going to be a busy day, so don't feel bad if you need to take a break for a little while. Okay, let's get moving. Noted, game. We've been going a long time, so I think it's a good time to stop for the night. Alright, thank you very much to anybody who's listening in or has been chatting all night. Thank you very much for watching our inaugural episode of Detective Instinct. Farewell, my beloved. This is our new Sunday game until the end of the year. Which, by the way, I will be taking a break, and I'll be taking a break towards the end of the year around Christmas time. The week of Christmas time, there'll be one final Sunday stream, and then I will be off until next year. So I will get the details of that at some point. So let's head back to the chat stream. Chat screen real quick. Wrap this up. I'm excited. I'm having a ball with this game. My throat is gonna kill me after this. After all this talking. But I'm having a great time. Thank you for joining me. I hope y'all had a nice time listening to me ramble as characters. This game is just released, so if you're a little too eager and don't want to wait for me to play this weekly, you can buy it now. You can check the description and find the link to it and buy it for yourself for a decent price of like 16 bucks. It is an indie game, so it's under 20, and it's available not only on PC but also Nintendo Switch, so you can get those good DS vibes proper with a game like this. Alright, I'm done shilling my new favorite detective game, so I will leave y'all off there. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for listening. I will see you guys on Tuesday for more PS1 madness, starting with, if I recall correctly, Driver. Pretty sure. Yeah, pretty sure. It's Driver. That's a fun vehicle game where we're going to be crashing into a bunch of stuff, doing a bunch of heinous acts, and getting away from the cops. So, if you're into hot action like that, enjoy. Thank you for stopping by, Don0, and thank you for lurking all this time. You have a good night, everybody. And as always, memento vivere, memento mori, and enjoy writing your life story. Good night, y'all.